Konbayo, konnichiwa. I want to teach you guys how to do two things. One, how to attract roamers, and two, how to roam like a silver player. Well, not really. It's kind of clickbait, but like, not really. It's just the fact that what I learned as a player and how I got better at roaming. So, attacking, you see, we got Dokubi, Lion, and then Aurora. What's he doing? So, glasses. So the thing is with these three operators. So you know with Lion Lion he does scans, and then Dokubi does the call. And then me, I can literally close off roamers if they're in a position where they can't run out. So if any roamer is in a tight corner or like downstairs, upstairs, wherever they are in the opposite sense of playing defense, I can close them off, and then Lion could scan her, and then Doki could call. You know what I mean? So that's something basic that I want to give out. You know, something real basic give out. Is he here? In this dish? Hold on. So right now it's quiet only because I want to figure out what's going on. No way. So sorry, like the whole thing was, hold on. Why didn't she plant again? I'm confused. Anyways, yeah, I'm mind boggled. So the whole idea of this video is just to kind of like get the grasp of trying to make people learn how to actually attract roamers. So like the operator picks, but also like doing certain pushes. People like roamers, to be example, they love to go on the bottom, and then whenever it's time's right, they'll come back up top. Just probably catch one person lacking. You know what I'm saying? But when there's a good roamer, you kind of don't put your attraction on the roamer. You kind of draw them out. So like making noise, or like going certain places, or even if trying to tell your team that there's a roamer, and then you have your team push that one person. Some that small. But for a game like this with no mics, that's not going on, or like call outs, it's really hard to communicate to like what to actually push. So to make it like long story short, for like the Tiger point of view, when you wanna draw a roamer out, you also want to be involved in the atmosphere. That may sound like normal or like just yapping, but like hear me out. The atmosphere meaning like you will want the roamers to be uncomfortable where they're trying to be at. Because like I said, if you're upstairs, they're downstairs. If they're downstairs, they're upstairs. So when you make a roamer uncomfortable, they're not gonna push as quick as you think they are. You're gonna wait for like someone to die or like a knock or maybe a call out and then they'll do a push. But when they're comfortable, bro, they're running up and down, knocking everyone, killing everyone, you know what I'm saying, getting frags, all that, and like they come at the right time. That's a good roamer. But for good attackers, you wouldn't have that issue because you would know what to do with good roamers, like I just explained. So now, hold on with this. What's upstairs? Hold on with this. You wouldn't really want to give the roamer too much time to move around because they can't cut you off. Certain maps, it is hard to do that because it's easy to like not really give a fuck, but you would give a fuck in the end when it matters. Make sense? So when it actually matters, you will have to care more for what you're about to do rather than just rushing in inside. You know what I'm saying? I wanna go up here now. Catch him. That's what he can do. Come on, Warden. Big Warden. Come on, bro. No. But yeah, like I said, it'll be harder because now look, it's a 3v5, maybe 2 roamers, Oryx, Caviar, but then again, they have Case, so they can't do much but just guard Case until we come get it. But things like that, like, it does play a part in trying to attract them out. Games like this, don't go for Case, just go for kills, because apparently we can't get the Case anymore because they already have it, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it even harder to like get Case because they're already on it. There's no point of doing that. And then he had no point of doing that shit, bro. Literally. But whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, games like this is pretty hard to get, you know, information out because when Case is not in range, it's difficult to actually get the Case because they're already guarding it. They have Gumans on it. They have some type of like intel to be notified that okay, we're on Case. Did you knock him? No. Did you knock him? Yeah, you knocked him. Nice.
あと15秒。敵オペレーターはあと1人だ。10秒前。残り5秒。ディフューザー作動中。
Nice.
敵部隊を排除した。
Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Not having Case already, but just having it just in case is close to us. Like, don't get me wrong, Oryx would have had that lockdown if he didn't come upstairs. Don't get me wrong. We all know that. But if he would have stayed put and watched Case, I mean, that one kill wasn't kind of necessary because you had Doki already near Case more than me and Ash combined. So even if I didn't die, he would have died anyway because, you know, that call gave him out. You know what I mean? So something small like that made a big difference. And then him wanting a kill cost him the game, you know? But just to make that make more sense, like, I'm just not trying to, like, yap, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, just talk. But, yeah, just try to draw out roamers. It can be hard and also easy, once again, depending on who you're playing with and how good they are and your odd picks, you know? So yeah. They could have honestly won that, but I guess the bad communication on Caviar and Oryx wanting kills more than guarding Case. And then, yeah. But, like I said for earlier, if they had Legion it would have been Gumons all over that, beepers, probably like the reinforced wall, barricade, you know, just guarding case and all, because we can't win as attackers if we don't do two things: kill everyone or plant.
ドロー
So
ンを使っ
that's
て
it.
爆弾を探せ
But now I want to defend, so I do want to. I'm not gonna talk as much. I want to defend to like actually break down how to roam like a good boy or a good girl. And I only say that because as a silver player, I did learn how to roam better. Like I'm not the best roamer, but I know how to roam good enough to like make the team fall apart, you know? And you already know, like, the number one thing about roaming is waste time. Waste time. Don't let no time pass by and you not doing
あと5
anything.
秒今回の目的は爆弾の発見と解除だ
And you as a roamer, if you're not doing anything, the only thing you're doing that you don't know about is letting them know that you're a roamer, and then you're gonna waste time. That's it. So if you feel like you're not good enough as a roamer because you have no kills, it's okay. You're doing something because you're a roamer, but now they know, so they're gonna like probably like send someone out for you or something, you know? Look here somewhere. Someone's upstairs. Over there. Where is she?
「爆弾を発見した」
There's a caveat here.
ディフューザーを取り戻せ
Yeah, I heard. Whoa! She's not even paying attention. Oftentimes it is difficult to have good teammates because just the bad communication once again. But yeah, and now I'm hearing someone above me and it's like, bro, can we not just normalize the fact that we're gonna push up? Like, bro, you have case, yeah, but like let's just stay here until he pushes up. But I guess not. He just left and didn't have bad aim, so it's whatever. I'm going 0-3. Holy shit. You could reach the top floor, isn't that right, Ash? Come on, bro. Yep, to your left. Like a caveat down the hallway. I knew it was caveat down the hallway. Nice. Okay, now we're defending. Now, as a defender, you already know to waste time. But the small things about defending is, it's okay to go back to site. So when you're roaming and then you roam the area, the first thing you should get is a first pick. As a roamer, besides a spawn peek or a run out, whatever, as a roamer, you should get the first pick or the second. Like I said, besides the spawn peaks and blah blah blah. But yes, as a roamer, you should get the first or second pick to set the tone. Meaning, setting the tone, all it is just making the team get on their heels. That's it. You like don't be too flashy. You don't do no extra shit. Just get the first pick. That is it. And now, once they know you're a roamer, they're gonna wanna break apart the team into maybe groups or like break the team off in solos, so at least 1 or 2 people could get the roamer, and then the other 3 or 4 could go and like do what they do. Make sense? Versus having no roamers and everyone in sight, everyone who's attacking can do what they want to do and not worry about someone coming behind them. Well, minus flanks, but flanking is not roaming. So just
敵
make
部隊
that
が爆
clear.
弾を発見
But yeah.
しっかり守れ
But seriously, as a roamer, like I said, get the first pick, and then it's okay to come back to site. And how do you come back to site? When you're finished, like roaming around, and you know there's no people around yet, you can go back to site and reset. Like reset, check cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like don't roam the whole entire game, and then when time is actually wrong, you die at the wrong moment when we actually need you as a roamer. You know what I mean? So don't try to make it so hard on yourself. I can spawn through from the main double door. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna wait though. It's like 20. I'm gonna repel on there. Already repelled in. Nice. Nice. See, something like this. If it's okay to like roam around and no one's here, just go back to site. Don't waste your time on trying to like pick someone off knowing no one's there. You know what I mean? Because it really is. It's not difficult, but it makes it useless more than useful. Just saying, just in case. There's no just in case. It's just make sure you're prepared for a fight at least. You know. And I still die. That's wild. That is crazy. How did I still die by that? That's wild as shit. That is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, whatever, bro. Just oftentimes it does be a bit of a hassle. Why are you changing weapons? He should have not won that, bro. Bro, I don't know how I don't even know how I like lost that. That is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this is the main reason why I don't talk while trying to play the game, because I don't even care if I'm dead or not. It's just the fact that I want to get this information out of here. I'm like, bro, I could care less. But that kind of irritated me, bro. That's crazy. That is mind-boggling. But, you know, as a roamer, just honestly, just trying to, of course, waste time. But also, it's okay to go back to the site and reset. When you reset, check cameras, see if anyone's there or not, see if certain ones are shot out, you know, and then you can go back to roaming. But now, when you try to reset and go back to roaming, you have to have an exit ticket minus going through doorways. Like a hatch, for example. Go through the hatch, you know, like have it open in case you come back, you know. It's like you're not gonna have the round start, break a hatch, and then leave out that hatch. And then when it's time to come back, or like flank, you're already being nomaded or spotted, or, you know what I'm saying, ping of some sort. So it's like, don't use this as your first exit when the round starts. When you come back to site, come back and then go back there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't make it so hard on yourself. Once again, if you use that the first time, you may have a nomad right here just waiting for you to come back up here, or like a camera or a drone or something. You know what I'm saying? So roaming, waste time, reset, and then first picks off the roaming. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, I did sell that. I'm kind of pissed. That was highly fucked up. Yeah, I'm low-key mad at that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So, fuck the time. I'm gonna break this, and I'm gonna go through
気づかれた。
He's there. I know he is. Let me hurry up. You're a roamer, scout. Don't be no pussy. Don't be trying to sit in the corner of the whole entire game, and then when I come out of nowhere, out of the blue, want to get a kill. You know what I'm saying? Like roam, like actually roam, like actually walk around and do shit. You know what I mean? It's a plant. Has to be 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 a plant.
味方は 敵部隊が爆弾を解除中。ディフューザーを停止してくれ。
See, bro, it be the
味
bullshit,
方
bro.
が
You
排除された。
know what I mean, bro?
ミッション失敗。
Whatever. Like, like, bro. That I mean, yeah. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, bro. But, bro, that's honestly why I wanted to play Defender first, just to get that information out. But apparently, it didn't work out because we got tagged first. But then again, like that game was so horrible. Like I didn't even care about the gameplay. It's just I wanted to get this information out. But yeah, that's how to attract roamers and